when you look at the photos of the hanging that can be found on the internet, of the body hanging on that pine tree, Evi Rauter, the girl was facing, you know, hanging like this, and she was facing the tree trunk of that pine tree, but so her face and her body was oriented in the northwest direction. So let's assume, like, if this there is the north, direction north, and south is behind me, and the west to that side, and the east to that side. She was in this position, northwest, okay. So you can check it out, you know, if you watch the photos, the pine tree, and you know, the geographical map of Portbou is just, she was faced between the north and west, so she was oriented to that side. Okay, now, excuse me, now, there were photos taken from the journalists from Portbou, not the police. The other photos, these low quality photos, were made by the police, which are all black and white, but the photos that you can see, one in color and one black and white from nearby, from this side of Evi Rauter hanged, and this building nearby, and the street down is, you know, seen here. I'm talking about these two photos, and then the third photo is one where she has a bed sheet. It's a colored big photo with her having the bed sheet over the head, and photograph from the back. Okay, these three photos, which are spread all over the internet, these three photos were taken by the people from Portbou, namely Carles Cereijo and Alex Iglesias. So for the young people that were 17, 18 at that time, okay, supposedly they were taken by them, okay. Now, they said they took these photos in the morning, 4th of September, at between like 8 and 9 in the morning, because they arrived there about 8 o'clock in the morning when the body was discovered, and supposedly there were some Guardia Civils nearby, like securing the perimeter, but in the photos you don't see nobody there. You don't see nobody in the street, you see any police around, any detail of them in the photos, okay. And at about 9 o'clock in the morning arrived the judicial police from Figueras that did the investigation, the team of Enrique Gomez Varela, and so these photos, then they took their own photos, and you know, like, so the photos that were published of the people from Portbou were done between 8 and 9 in the morning, okay. So at that time, you know, like, in September, this is Spain, they have the Berlin Central Time, which means like in the Berlin, in the noon, if you are in Berlin, it's the sun is directly above. And now in Spain, at the same time, they have the noon there, but to the west, when the sun gets from this to the west, the sun is a little bit to this side, so it's not directly. So it's like, so the sunrise comes there 1 hour and a half, 1 hour 50 minutes later. Okay. So between 8 and 9 o'clock, that would be like if you were in Berlin at that time, it would be the sun. You know, at that time, you know, the sunrise came later in Portbou. So it was quite early. if these photos were taken 8-9, so the sun would be rising, and if she was straight northwest, and the sun come from the east, you know, the sun coming there, and she's like here, the sun is hitting from here, and you would just see, you know, the shades there, that from this side, the back, and this side would be lighted by the sun, and this side would be a square, like you see here. Here, the sun, sunlight, and this is a square, just like this. You understand? But when you see the photos, it's contrary. The sun is coming from this side. So she's like this, and you see the sun is lighting up this part of her body, here. You know, contrary to that, you see here is light, and here is dark, because sun is coming from this side, from the window. But if you are outside, and here it will be like lighter from this, it's lighter from this side. You understand? When you watch the photo, you see the light coming from the west. How is it possible that the light is coming from the west when it's supposed to be morning? It should come from the east. That's because these photos of those people from Popo were taken in the evening. In the evening. How is that possible? Because they were taken on the evening on 3rd of September, the day before.